Hello, 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 hello. So I have another little project here. This one's a kit that I am putting together, and I'm going to make you a sample and make my video at the same time. So this is the whole thing right here, and it opens up. It's just a plain old little notebook, just covered. It's got a little pocket back here. It really doesn't require a lot of instructions, but it's kind of nice to know what somebody puts in a kit and what their thought process is. So in the kit, you're going to get this piece of paper, and it's going to be folded just like this. The reason for that is if I put a whole 12 by sheet paper in there, it's going to get all yucky, but it's going to be a lot better being folded down like this. You will have two little Napa books, and you will have 3 different pieces of paper like this. I don't know about anybody else, but I sometimes make mistakes, and so then I want to redo it, and so you've got plenty of room to redo it, and then you've got extra paper too for embellishing. So I'm going to do this one because it's got the burlesque girls on it, and they're actually supposed to go like this. So that's why this one's folded that way. And the other one is folded the wrong way because it would go like this. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to flip this over. And I'm going to take this one is a new one, and somebody's carried it, but it's all worn, but there's nothing writing in it. So all you're going to do is you're going to put this on here and glue it down. Now, if you got a long reach stapler and you want to take the staples out and redo it, go for it. But we're not going to do that this time. We're just going to make this quick and easy. And my glue lid's dirty, so I better make sure it's not on anything. Just going to put some glue down. And I'm just going to do one side right now because I don't want to mess this up. See, I almost messed it up there. I'm going to put it, I wanted to do this side because it's already got a little antiquing on the edge, and I think that will help with decorating it further. Now you can measure this and cut this. Maybe that would be a smarter thing to do. But for now, I'm just going to glue it on there because I already did. I'm making a few videos lately, and so sometimes I miss thinking ahead, so bear with me. So since it's already folded there, I can just slide that right up there and make sure it gets adhered down and burnish. So now that you've got it done and you've got it open, now would be a good time for you to cut it off if you didn't do that to begin with, which, most people probably would have. But I'm just going to trim it. And then I'm going to come down here. And the reason I folded this down is because I'm cutting all the way here. And I didn't want to forget that. I'm having to cut a little bit slower because the weight is on the opposite side of what I'm cutting. So now I can do it this way. Trim it out proper. And then I'm going to fold this up to make a pocket. If you've got a hole punch a finger tab hole in there. And if you don't, you can cut one, or you don't have to have one. Just makes it a little easier. And I'm going to use some wet glue to do these edges so that I can get a fine line, or sort of fine line. Me and this glue bottle we just really haven't got along since the beginning. So basically, that's it. You can trim where you may need to trim, like we have a little extra here. Having a nice cardstocky thing there makes it a lot easier to follow a line. I'm just going to go ahead, and the corners are rounded, so I'm going to finish rounding them. That one didn't want to do what it was supposed to do. There we go. So there we go. We have our little tablet, and that corner rounder you don't want to use, because if you look, it made it, but you know, if you ink your edges, nobody ever knows. So let's just do that real quick so that you can see what that's going to look like, if we can find an inker. And I'll have to use my brush because I don't see the other part. Let's put the glue lid on like a good girl. All right, so I used walnut stain there. That's my favorite. So now you have this done. You can stamp a little quote, find a little quote to write however you want. Put you a little sentiment on the front with a couple of layers. And there's a cute little gift that you can give a friend over the holidays, because this comes with two. So you could make two little gifts, or you could make yourself one and somebody else one. I know a lot of people have little gifties sitting around at the holidays for people who drop by. We don't really, because we don't really have people drop by, but I think this would be a fun little thing. So you have left over this whole piece. You could do both of them in one and then have all the extra paper for something else. But it's totally up to you on what you do and how you do it. But enjoy and make a nice little gift for someone. Thank you. Bye-bye.